And for more details, we're very delighted to have with us over the phone Mr. Abdul Rahman, the journalist, the writer, and the political analyst. Good afternoon, Mr. Abdul Rahman.
Good afternoon to you. Hello to you and to the dear viewer.
Thank you so much. Happy Liberation Day to all Egyptians and to us. First of all, assessing the very powerful speech by His Excellency, the Head of State President Abdul al-Sisi, he made several important points to the Egyptians through which several messages were delivered. On top of them, where he talked about the resilience of Egypt and the Egyptians. No matter what happens, Egypt is going to be safe. He was pointing out to some important factors, Egyptian factors. If you would like to elaborate.
Well, of course, this is a very crucial moment in our own history. Celebrating such event, such conquering day, day of triumph to Egypt, generation after generation, represents a huge and important memory in all of our own generations, the past, the present, and the future. And that's why every leader in Egypt has made it clear to the Egyptians and other nations that Sinai is the apple of our own eye and the main important piece of Egypt that is well preserved, well protected, and well recognized that this is the eastern gate of Egypt, and we protect it, and we will sacrifice our own lives to protect this piece of land, this precious piece of land in Egypt. Of course, Egypt, all of it is precious, even precious than all of our lives. This is the spirit that is cultivated in each and every true Egyptian. And we all remember how that day was an end of an era, but it's not the last era. The conflict is still on. The Zionist existence is still there, right beside us. And to reach up that day, we have started from the days of the 60s, or even call it from the war against the Zionist existence in 1948. Then there were the time of the 60s that witnessed days of thunder, I would call it, days of struggle, and then building the map of, or the road map to victory in October 6th, the year 1973, and then reaching out a resolution, reaching out a peace treaty with the Zionist existence, so we don't assault each other. But to protect our own land is the main and important priority. This is the main target here. Each and every speech deliverer of each and every leader of this country. We are building, we are yearning for development in Sinai and other places in Egypt, as well as other governorates in Egypt. But we know and we realize this part of the land is aimed and targeted by the enemy, by statements officially issued by the leader of this Zionist existence. We all heard it, we all read it, we all know about it. Despite we have peace, but we are ready to protect our own land by all means and by all powers and to the last soul living on this earth.
Right. Another important point also that distinguishes Egypt amongst world countries worldwide is that Egypt chose its to build the foundation of resilience, or it takes its resilience from being investing on development, not destruction. Investing on soft diplomacy and assisting its brotherly countries and stretching out its hands at distressed countries, giving them humanitarian aid, and also on holding partnerships with different world countries.
Well, of course.
Especially, and also respecting international law, respecting the environmental laws, and very keen on affecting green economy. This is what Egypt, the new Egypt, is.
Well, of course. Without this, by the way, this was always our own spirit. We have never broke any international law ever in our own history. In the era of late leader Gamal Abdul Nasser, we were defending our own land. We didn't assault the Zionist existence. And from this era till today, we are only protecting our own rights in our own land, not just the Egyptian land, but the whole Arabic land. President Abdul Fattah Sisi has made it clear. It's a matter of distance between Egypt and any Arabic countries that is waiting or deserves to be helped in each and every way we can, even including militarily. So we are really building, we are really developing, we are really having that green spirit, like our own green technology. The same thing in we have we've been lending hands, and we are lending hands to each and every nation that is yearning for peace, that has its own agenda respecting our own sovereignty on our own land. Not any Zionist existence or any alliance to the Zionist existence that thinks that it's in own agenda to invade our own land by any way, economically, secretly, in whatsoever. We are ready for all confrontation. And by the way, developing Sinai economically, domestically, with greater projects, this is a part of our own defending our own land. We didn't have this strategy for years before, but today we're having our own strategies. We're having our own projects, developing the human being in Sinai with a well-cultured human, and a strong human, and a well-built society in Sinai is part of our own defending the true strategy to defend our own land.
That's
the main target for us.
That's true. The president also made it so clear and said that the strength of Egypt and the whole region depends on unity and solidarity of all the Arab countries, our brotherly countries, and the rejection. He confirmed his starch or his very affirmed rejection to the affecting any damage on our brotherly Gulf countries, bombarding the Gulf countries, and he affirmed on the solidarity of Egypt with every single Arab country, neighboring country, and our Gulf brothers and sisters. And us remaining together in unity is the only secret to any success.
Well, of course, that reminds me of a very of a golden moment in our own history, as Arabs, not just as an Egyptian. And of course, we all know that Egyptians are part African, part Arabic. We have the same two races in equality. So we belong to Arabs, as well as Arabs belong to us, as well as we are African roots. So I believe that there is a golden moment we have lived throughout the tremendous and triumph war in October 6th, when all of the Arabs has united with Egypt on the heart of a one army led by Egypt, with leaders like Abdul al-Gamasi, Ahmed Ismail, those great leaders, Saad al-Din al-Shazli, and those leaders who led not just Egypt to victory, but the whole Arabic nation. We have stood with one heart, one front, against the Americans, against the Israeli, what they call it, defense army. We have stood with one heart on one front, and that's the only way we can achieve victory.
Exactly. President El-Sisi also affirmed that Egypt could be the heart of the region, combining all the Gulf countries and Arab countries together as one solid entity. He affirmed, and every Egyptian is keen on affirming, that our neighboring Gulf countries their safety and national security is part and parcel of our safety and national security. We're all one. And we express complete rejection to any damage that could be affected to those countries. How important is our solidarity as an Arab nation?
Well, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Knowing and realizing that Egyptian leadership for all the Arabs, it's the only way we achieve unity and sovereignty for our own lands. It's always a target for our own enemy to divide and conquer. Divide us into Sunni and Shia, divide us into Arabs and Egyptians, divide us into Arabs and Africans. We are all one nation, at least politically. Not just that we can even have some differences in races, but we are politically and as a national security, we are one block, huge block from Gulf to the ocean. This is the main strategy of our own, the Egyptian strategy for the international interest, the international security for the whole region, for all the Arabs. We are the leading role. We are the leading country. We are the key country to the whole Arabic nation.
Right. My final question to you, because we're running out of time. This is the 44th anniversary of our redeeming this dear part to our hearts, this part of land. 44 years, we have effected a lot of development. But ever since the Egyptian administration, ever since the July 30th revolution June 30th revolution have been taking place, a lot of development have been effected. Sinai have been developed into universities, into logistic area, into investment hub for partnerships, you name it, into even housing projects and infrastructural projects. It has been taken us a long way to reach to that particular change, or all over change, makeover of Sinai. How do you assess that development?
Well, this is the main target, the main title for the whole issue here. We are all, as Egyptians, we are, one hand is building and the other hand is on the trigger of the weapon. Whoever thinks that who can prevent us from building, we are building, and we will build our own Sinai as well as all of our Egyptian lands.
That's true. That's true.
On the other hand, we are very concentrating, and we have our own hand on the trigger for each and every enemy, especially this unison existence, that even think or try to apply their own vicious agendas.
That's true. On that note, of course, Mr. Rahman, the journalist, the writer, and the political analyst, would like to thank you so much for talking to us in Arab Affairs.